Hello everyone, this is Dr. Marvin Faulkner and this is my podcast titled Inspirational Messages. Thank you for listening. Okay, good to be with you again. Marvin Faulkner, www.marvinfaulkner.com. Most of you already know that, and let me just briefly say that people still get some inspirational moments by reading these books. I still get complimented on them all the time. I was glad I was able to do them, and I hope they have helped. I believe they have several people. And I think that inspirational speakers or people of so-called inspiration should be honest enough to admit that they don't always feel inspirational. They're not always upbeat. Our Lord wasn't, and so people are only human. So for me, I took some time before I wanted to make any more podcasts, and I think I want to just make a few more, but shorter in duration. And I want to state that lately I have felt deeply burdened and very weary. There have been some discouraging events, and they've wounded me. Death has come calling for some patients and friends, and the weight of it is much to bear. I think about inspirational songs and messages in their lyrics, and Christopherson wrote, don't say a word about, tomorrow or forever. Just lay your head upon my pillow one more time for the good times. It's sobering when life has gone along enough that one begins to see or believe that the good times in this life are really over for good. And sadly, in many cases, they are. It does come to an end. There have been times that I've asked myself the same, so I want to be honest enough about that. But I will say the belief in a higher power, that hanging on to that sense of purpose, offering us eternal hope, I see that as a better option than being the agnostic that faces death alone. Lately, and we're not quite sure yet, but the suggestion is that one of our patients was murdered, and yet another surrendering to thoughts that there was nothing left to do but to end the suffering. So, a life gone. These regulations that I'm under, CDC, the DEA, they're not easy. And the illicit usage of heroin and fentanyl is still the major cause of death on the street. But despite that, we can only do so much for people's legitimate suffering. Thankfully, there are some who decide, like I have upon a few times in my life, to fight off the ropes. Not give up. Ali did. He fought off the ropes in his fight with George Foreman, and he used those ropes, to reveal his glory rather than settle for the beating. And so the ropes aren't always bad. You can use them when you still have the willingness to fight. Those of us who choose to fight and carry hope and faith that love will somehow ring the final bell, a bell that offers a new beginning, revealed in a life not shackled by a heavy burden, but rather glistening with the stars of eternity. I've listened to many a song many a poet, inspirational lyrics, but recently none that has done more for me than those offered in song by Josh Grogan. Raise me up. I am down and my soul is so weary. Trouble comes and my heart a burden be. I'm still and I wait in silence until you come and sit a while with me. No life without hunger, and a restless heart beats imperfectly. But when you come, I'm filled with wonder, and at times I see a glimpse of eternity. I am strong when on your shoulders you raise me up more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains, and you raise me up to walk on stormy seas. It's best that we comfort one another. I lost that for a couple weeks in my practice, but I've gotten back to loving and embracing and helping still the soul. Using love to cast out the pain of loss of life and family. So I say that even in the darkest of times, we can still embrace the light as long as we use love to take us to eternity. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. And I'll try to be getting back to you with a little more frequency, but not much time, so you can have, what time you can take to listen. Thank you very much. God bless you.